Good evening.
Good evening. Over the summer, I promised myself I would embark on a journey and attempt to move the bus after being inspired by Ron Clark. At first, my vision seemed promising. That is, until my path led me back to M-DCPS. In my new role as a SPED program specialist at a District 1 middle charter school, I have encountered quite the experience, yet ironically, none of it comes as a surprise. In my new role, I am much more disappointed and discouraged by what I see is occurring to our at-risk and ESC students. The majority, with few exceptions, of our students come from neighboring traditional elementary schools. In just a few weeks of schools, we have been able to identify students who come with very clear achievement gaps, yet only a handful have been previously identified through the district's infamous RTI process. Call me crazy, but these gaps did not occur over the summer. So how is it that these students have exited elementary without being properly identified? I'll share with you that 4 weeks ago, I received an RTI packet with nothing more than a post-it that read, "Please continue RTI process." This may not seem unusual. However, when reviewing the packet, I come to notice that this student has been in the RTI process for over 2 years. That's 2 years too long. I'm now left to wonder how many more students are in the same situation. Is this student in this predicament as a result of the zip code he resides in? Is it because the student doesn't have an advocate, or is it simply because the systems in place do not work? How much longer are we going to allow students to slip, or better said, how many more are we going to intentionally fail as a result of poor systems we have in place? With that said, let me inform you that as a program specialist, we are expected to use the LEA manual as a reference and guide. However, I'll inform you, in case you aren't aware, that the LEA manual has not been updated since the 2014-15 school year. Explain now how I'm held accountable for carrying on my duties and responsibilities to meet the needs of our district mandates. Why has the district not taken the time to update such a vital tool for its employees? Does the new manual even exist? Are we no longer required to follow specific procedures? This and many other hurdles contribute to frustration and failure, not only for our students and their families, but also for our colleagues. As of this afternoon, we have nothing current and nothing written that explicitly allows those in my position, like myself, to effectively fulfill their duties and responsibilities. Seems like we are relying on word of mouth to figure out how to best support our students, something I find extremely unacceptable coming from this district. Do yourself and us a favor and ensure our teachers and support have the necessary tools to ensure our students are providing an appropriate education. I will also add that charter schools are at a disadvantage due to the district's lack of providing sufficient support staff, such as staffing specialists. We're expected to wait for dates that may come in a month. Meantime, our students are just falling behind and waiting on the staffing date, again, making that learning gap just a little bit more. So once again, I highly encourage you all to experience for yourselves what I and thousands of teachers and staff experience on a daily basis. The lack of transparency and competence at the district level continues to result in student failure and teacher resignations. Look beyond and realize that many parents and teachers are relying on social media for answers that we cannot obtain.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much for sharing that. Dr. Gallen?
Yes, through the chair. I know just before the hurricane, we did have an item that was passed with respect to taking a comprehensive look at special education. So we are responding to some of the issues that have not only come from individual speakers, but things that have come from the field. Had an opportunity to meet with Mrs. Skirdo, Ms. Abrahante, the superintendent, and the board collectively embrace the need to take a look at this very critical area. So I'll anticipate what that process yields, and that will give us an opportunity to make some assessments in a comprehensive way as opposed to an isolated, episodic way. But I do have a question, something that the speaker did mention. Do we have any response with respect to the manual being updated through the chair? That's just clarification that I do need. I know that some of our manuals through the chair run in 2-year cycles, but I don't know if this one specifically is one that is to be updated annually. If somebody can respond to that, thank you.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Skirdo?
Through the chair, I do have to do a little homework on that, Dr. Gallen, because I'm not certain if the new manual has been uploaded, and perhaps she's on a website that has not been uploaded. But I'll make sure to transmit that information, the response to your question, to the entire board, and we'll also reach out to Ms. Bacalao to make sure that she has the resources that she's requesting for her work in her new role.
Yes, through the chair. And for me, this is not a charter school, district school issue. This is a student-child issue. She did raise an issue about children that do fall under the sponsorship of the Miami-Dade County Public School Board And if we can make sure that the conduit for the relevant information is transmitted across all schools in all districts for all children, that will be useful. Thank you.
And if I may add,
Go ahead.
I'm receiving text from ESC staff that's not sitting in this auditorium, so I apologize. There is a new manual. It was published on October 2nd. I'm just gonna check whatever resource she's tapping into to make sure it's updated.
Thank you very much. Thank you.